What is the deal with virtual house hunting? Is it possible to get close to the real thing? Should I hold off completely or really consider taking advantage of these emerging innovations? In this video, I will take you through how exactly to conduct a remote house search, what to look for, and how to stay safe. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Adam Hancock, a realtor with Keller Williams, Island Life Real Estate, and the owner of the Experience SRQ Homes team. If you are new here and are interested in all things real estate in Sarasota, Manatee, Hillsborough, and Pinellas Counties, be sure to subscribe. I try to publish new videos every week and be as helpful as possible. If you've been pondering a home purchase for a while, there's a good chance that you may have penciled in a spring timeframe to get things started. The March, April, and May months are notorious for abundant real estate transactions. Well, news to no one, the coronavirus of 2020 has come along and our new normal has vastly changed the landscape. Even with all the craziness, for buyers that are in lower inventory and medium to higher price markets, such as some parts of Southwest Florida, there has never been a more opportune time to take advantage of the favorable interest rates and less competition. However, with all the fear and ambiguity, many ask, what might be the best way to proceed? I would argue that with the rapid increase of creative technology, a little know-how, and a good partner, virtual house hunting is becoming a real force for the active home buyer. In the subsequent footage, I will be focusing on 6 main facets: understanding the online home listing, becoming a master of the virtual tour, diving into the detail, safety is sexy in person, accepting the possibility of sight unseen, and number 6, the community is crucial. Number 1 on the list, understanding the online home listing. The best place for buyers to start is by quickly running through the listing photos and qualifying each possible home candidate to see if a more in-depth tour would be needed. These photos are typically arranged from front to back, just as if you were walking through the home yourself. A good real estate agent can definitely help you get into the weeds of an online listing, but here are a few key areas to think about when reviewing. Does the listing start with several exterior photos before you even get inside? Unless it is beachfront or some amazing special property, more photos of the exterior than interior could possibly mean the inside might need some work. Do the photos look really stretched out or distorted? The seller or agent in this scenario could really be trying to make the rooms look bigger. Closed curtains and blinds, this often tries to hide an unfavorable view. Does the bathroom picture just focus on the sink or vanity? It can mean the bathroom is painfully small. Finally, some listing terms are red flags as well, such as fixer-upper can mean a great investment or a money pit. Cozy generally means a home is small. And number 2 on our list, becoming a master of the virtual tour. The real estate industry is adapting quickly to the virus outbreak, with many agents adding video tours to their listing photos. Look for the virtual icon on the bottom of the listing page. Ryan Serhan of $1 Million Listing had a great point when he said, if you are interested in a property with a video, ask the agent if they have more footage. My team at Experience SRQ Homes always includes a good video walkthrough on the main listing in addition to the professional photography. But I am also very big on more concierge service. For the majority of my clients, especially as of late, we conduct full GoPro walkthroughs, and this includes neighborhood drive-throughs and even the surrounding area. This level of footage really gives pretty much the closest perspective versus being there yourself. For those of you out of state, this step really also helps knock out much of the legwork. In addition, we can conduct simultaneous FaceTime calls during which our agents walk through a home sharing footage of features while also taking in real-time questions. In order to get the most out of a virtual home tour, buyers should really ask their agents to emphasize the little details. Buyers should also have a floor plan of the space handy to help with determining how big a room is or how high the ceilings are. Number 3 on our list, dive into the detail. If you like a home from the photos and the virtual tour, make sure to ask your agent for the seller disclosures and any other available documentation. Now, this is with the assumption of seller honesty, but these documents should outline any known problems with the home structure, as well as the age of various features and improvements. Sometimes buyers will find out things about the house that help them decide whether to move forward or rule it out. For example, the roof and the HVAC system may be at the end of their lives, or there could be some sort of structural deficiency. Next on the list, safety is sexy in person. If you happen to be local or in a position to travel, if allowed, you still may be able to tour a specific property in person depending on the scenario. You will want to make sure that you consult with your agent that visiting a home is allowed in your city or state. Many shelter-in-place orders prohibit non-essential workers from conducting business. Federal guidelines identify real estate as an essential business, but states have the final word, so the actual regulations vary and can change. I have been personally taking each of these requests one by one. Oftentimes, the more advanced camera technology can help, but it's not always possible to completely avoid in-person visits. We try to accommodate it as best we can while taking every step to protect the client and the homeowner. It's a good idea to verify with the listing agent that no one in the household is currently sick. However, since you can't know if anyone living in the seller's home is asymptomatic, take all necessary precautions to protect yourself and follow CDC guidelines. Ask the seller to leave all closet doors and kitchen cabinets open for you to minimize the need to touch handles. You can also avoid touching in general. Space out the people walking through the home, wear protective measures over your shoes and hands, and wash thoroughly after exiting. Next is accept the possibility of sight unseen. With all of the changes going on and differing opinions, a good amount of firms have decided to disallow in-person walkthroughs altogether for a period of time. Individual home sellers may also give directives to only allow virtual visits due to being uncomfortable having multiple people traipsing through the house while it is still occupied. It obviously may seem a bit risky to buy a home when you haven't even seen the interior in person, but a good bit of transactions were already being sold this way before the coronavirus arrived, and there are definitely ways to mitigate risk as much as you can. Already having a level of comfort with the neighborhood can really be helpful. You can also go over to the house and walk the exterior if that's an option and you have permission from the associated parties. Buyers that have been in the market for a while or started a search prior to the virus pandemic hitting generally know what criteria is essential and when the right property comes along. Finally, if you're truly nervous about buying sight unseen, consulting a real estate attorney may be wise. Attorneys are working to draft special clauses to protect the buyers and allows a party to back out of a contract under specified circumstances that cannot be controlled. If you are really not in the sight unseen purchase crowd, the simplest homes to see in person in any market may be vacant ones or new construction, as these typically have a bit wider availability and safety protocols. And last on this list, the community is crucial. Lastly, I wanted to mention that in many cases, the associated neighborhood is just as important as the house itself. This is why I believe having a virtual tour done on both the home and community is crucial. There are lots of homes that look fantastic on the internet, but result in a very different feel when in person. You'll want to see if you target a home that's also near good schools, shopping centers, restaurants, parks, etc. Okay, so that concludes our rundown on conducting a virtual house hunt that's as good as the real thing. If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment, share it with a friend, and consider subscribing to my channel. I post new videos every week about all things real estate in Sarasota, Manatee, Hillsborough, and Pinellas Counties. If I can help you in any way, please email me, text, call, or visit the website. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.